one particular issue is a letter that was written by the Prime Minister of Lesotho as he apologized to President Cyril Ramaphosa, expressing regret over criminal acts committed by Basotho nationals in South Africa. This is according to Lesotho government spokesperson and Minister of Communications, Science and Technology, Sam Rapapa, who joins us now. Minister Rapapa, very good afternoon. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Just clarify for us the position of the Lesotho government regarding the violence that has recently taken place, including the rapes of 8 young women in South Africa.
Yes, we regret very much that those incidences, and specifically when we are informed that Lesotho nationals were involved in those kind of activities. One, there is illegal mining that is done by our citizens, which is illegal in South Africa, and people should be taken to task for that. They are also, we are informed, they are also performing armed robberies. And now, lastly, it has been reported that they were now involved in rapes. And the stance is that we regret it very much that it is our citizens who are doing those crimes. And however, it is correct, as we have indicated, that the Prime Minister, the Right Honourable, the Prime Minister, Dr. Maseru, had written a letter to His Excellency Cyril Ramaphosa on the same issue, indicating that if this is not kept, it may affect the relations between the two countries. It should be remembered that I should remind people and your listeners that Lesotho has just signed what is called binational cooperation. It is abbreviated BNC, which simply means it is then a cooperation between these two countries in relation to different activities of the police and defense against security issues relating to local government, issues relating to science and technology, and many issues which are encompassed or included in the binational cooperation.
Now, Minister, you've, on behalf of the Prime Minister, gone as far as saying that you are prepared to pay for litigation costs of bringing these perpetrators to book. Now, how else do you see your role or the role of the Lesotho government in dealing with these criminals?
Yes, what has happened is that it is a requirement of our laws that if people are taken to court for any crime and they are not able to pay for their legal services, that the lawyers that are representing them, then the government would be involved. So we were saying, along the same lines, those Basotho nationals who are being taken to court in South Africa, if they need legal assistance in terms of paying and employing lawyers for them, that is what will be done. But if judgments will say they have to pay certain amounts or they have to go to prison, there will be no government that goes to prison on their behalf, or there will be no government that will be paying the costs of as punishment for having committed those crimes.
Now, let's talk about the 8 women that were violently raped multiple times by these individuals, allegedly are Basotho nationals.
But the other
is there an expectation? Sorry, Minister, if I may complete my question. Is there an expectation for you to offer some form of assistance, if you will, beyond just putting away the criminals?
Well, there is assistance in that the security at the borders has been beefed up, in that those that have been suspected to be doing these crimes in South Africa, they should be nabbed within this country and taken to court for the same crimes that they have committed. So in that, we will be assisting, even with investigations on those cases. Our police and investigators will be involved in assisting in nabbing the perpetrators.
When was security beefed up? Because this event's only just happened literally 10 days ago.
No. We have been involved in chasing these people. You remember there has been you'd find that there are crimes that had been perpetrated in these illegal mines, and specifically Krugersdorp. And it is over years now. I've been in cabinet for 2 years, and it has been an issue. Even the Lesotho government has established what is called Operation Restore Hope, which was meant for attack on the crime of illegal imports of firearms from South Africa to Lesotho, and even from Lesotho to South Africa, which are illegal firearms. The theft of the stock theft, which is the cattle and sheep and goats that are being traded by stock thieves between the two countries, and also the illegal crossing from one country to the other has been an activity that has been done in cooperation between the police inside Lesotho and also in South Africa.
Well, if you go online and you look for border crossings between South Africa and Lesotho, you will find a definition that says that a broken barbed wire fence in the Drakensberg Mountains marks the border between South Africa and Lesotho. This is hardly what crime prevention or border crossing prevention should sound like. Surely there should be a lot more that's being done. And is there?
Yes, there are. That is why you can even see, I'm not sure if they have indicated to you that the army in Lesotho is now out manning the borders and also even in the streets to identify those perpetrators, because they also have information on who are these perpetrators, who do crimes in Lesotho and they fly or run into South Africa, or others who do crimes in South Africa and they run into Lesotho.
Now, Minister, this is a billion-dollar industry, the illicit gold trade, if you will, or certainly the mining by these zamas. It's a 14 billion rand industry. So I'd like to imagine that it's not just these zamas that are responsible, that there are other people that are fueling it. In fact, there are claims that members of the Sesotho music gangs were openly affiliated to some current government coalition partners. What is your position or stance to that, and what is being done to deal with the masterminds behind these crimes?
As to whether they are linked to the political parties, I won't deny that, because they are Basotho and all political parties would obviously want supporters. But they are criminals. And if they are criminals, they have to be treated as such, as criminals. As to which party they support, which district they belong to, or which gang of music, if it is crime, then it has to be followed along those lines.